All right, guys, if you want to follow me, join me on TikTok at Belly Slaps, Instagram at Ellie Dempster, TikTok Ellie Dempster. Pretty much just go Ellie Dempster across all platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Kick. Trying to keep the same thing going. So feel free to follow me there because we've got tons of adventures coming up and we're always up to something.
I'm down 162 pounds in 6 months and it feels great. Looking at myself in the mirror is a trip. I marvel at myself now because I'm like, man, I've done this in 6 months. 6 months is not that long ago.
I started this program back on July 1st at 288.5 pounds. Today I weighed in at 184. When I first got here, I was sad and depressed and stressed out. Over time, I regained my self-esteem, my willpower, my determination, and those things have helped me to grow and become happier with myself and in life.
Use code TFU10 for a discount on the full body cleanse.
This is O'Shea Jackson. You're listening to TFU Podcast, if you didn't know.
Welcome into another episode of TFU Podcast.
Let's go.
Today we got one of the superstars in the power slap chain. Only 2 fights in, but she already made a name for herself.
She's a future champion.
She's a future champion.
For sure.
Ellie Dempster.
Hi.
Did I say it right?
I don't know.
Did I
You
say it
usually
right?
mess everyone's name up.
No, I got a pretty white name. It's pretty easy.
He's not white. He messes up everybody's name. He's Puerto Rican. And it's amazing. I'm always shocked that we let him do the announcements.
It's a great topic starter. Right? There we go.
But
Icebreaker.
I want to start by apologizing. Because in the last power slap event that you competed in, I bet
You were against me.
I was against you.
I wasn't.
Because Holly seemed mean. She looked mean, so I assumed mean people. But then I forgot that it is a sport. And you train a lot, and
Ellie's in way better shape.
she is. And
she takes it serious.
I did not understand. But
It's
now I
learning
understand.
curve. It's
Yeah.
learning curve.
Now I understand the sport. I know how it works. And that's why I say you're going to be a future champion.
But you know what? The fact that you didn't see it coming, I think, it shows a lot on what a majority of people think of power slap. You took one side. I mean, you took another side where
Right.
you looked at the athletic side. You looked at kind of the face front side, and it's what made your channel so interesting to watch because you're going, here's the basic person, here's the person who's intense and who studies it. And I'm glad that we could change that.
There you go.
But thank you so much.
But let's start from the beginning. What made you join power slap?
Yeah.
What made me join the sport was just a lot of things coming together. Before I was working with VeChain as a crypto influencer, and obviously VeChain is the title sponsor of Power Slap, and it just
Right.
kind of, everything came into hand. The first match I actually ever saw was Mikey versus Paige in March. And I remember sitting there and going, I could do that. Why not? And, obviously she was meant to go up against Paige again. Paige had a medical issue and they were scrambling to find someone 3 weeks notice. And, things came into hand. I don't know what it was. It was partly my coach, partly, VeChain. And they just kind of, and when I mean it was the exact same time, I mean, like, I was getting messages from both at whoever, whatever it is. I am beyond grateful for them, for the situation, for whatever, because we're here. But then, I mean, at the end of the day, I very much like to try absolutely everything. I mean, my career list is so colorful. But I see it as like, worst case, you fail and you've got cool lore and you've got a story.
Yeah.
Best case, we're sitting here today. So.
Were you nervous taking that first slap?
No, not as much as I think one would probably be.
Nervous?
Not that much. I mean, you can obviously, my first slap, you can see me become a little bit relieved and I'm going, okay, that's it. That's all I have to worry about. Okay, like we're good. Because you make it up more in your head. But I'm very privileged in the fact that I had 3 weeks notice, but I've had 14 fights before that. and I've been in big arenas. I've done interviews. So what I think for someone who's doing this sport for the very first time, it's a lot more nerve-wracking for them because there's a lot more pieces to the puzzle. For me, it was literally just, I've never been slapped in the face before, rather than somebody else's. I've never stood in front of people. I've never done martial arts. I've like all of these different things. I didn't have to worry about any of that. But for the slap itself, I was not nervous, but I was relieved once I knew my brain made it way worse than it was.
So you guys don't ever practice getting slapped before getting slapped?
Nope.
That's crazy to me.
I know.
You would think that, well, I guess you don't want to, I don't know, you don't want to take too many blows.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of where people who defend like power slap and fighting, it's like power slap's so aggressive, you get knocked out. But when you fight, when you do MMA, you're sparring every day.
Right.
You know, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I've knocked kids out by accident or come close to it just in sparring. So you take all of that away, you're suddenly getting up, but people are upset because you're getting hit in the face 3 times on stage once every few months, rather than if you're going MMA, which again, nothing against it, I still do it. But if you go MMA or anything else like that, you're sparring multiple times a day, 3-4 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Right.
And people aren't taking that in consideration, and they're, you know, they think that power slap is this like terrible thing.
You're definitely going to take less licks in power slap for sure, especially the way you had just expressed it. But yeah, me and him had already realized that. He was like, well, you're boxing, sparring every single day to prepare for a fight, and you're not really taking any punishment.
But again, when you're sitting on the couch and you don't know the sport, you don't know power slap, or you don't know what goes into professional martial arts, and specifically professional, because that's a whole job on its own. But for people sitting on the couch, you're going, well, you can defend yourself in MMA, or you stand up there with your hands down. And I understand that, and that's valid. But you don't understand to defend yourself, you're getting hit. You're getting hit to be able to defend yourself, because you got to learn somehow. And that's what I think a lot of people overlook. Right.
The thing that's scary for me when it comes to power slap is putting your hands down. That's frightening. And just sitting there and just taking it. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I don't know. I get it. I definitely get it, because that's like an ego, not an ego thing, but that's like a degrading. It's degrading for most people.
Well, it's degrading when you hit the ground.
That's true.
When you hit the ground, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Man, so when you got hit, did you feel like, okay, she doesn't have enough to put me down?
Haley or Mikey?
Either.
No.
You felt like, oh, they don't have enough.
No, with Mikey, I remember, I mean, both of hers were fouls. So I don't know if I can really accurately, I mean, she gave me a black eye after, so she clearly can hit.
Wow.
But with Haley, at least, she hit me, and I remember being like, well, that doesn't feel good.
Right.
But it's not going to put me down.
Right.
But yeah, I went, because people asked me what I thought, because you couldn't see my expression as fast as you could when I was with Mikey, where I went, that's it.
Right.
But with Haley, she hit me, I went, don't want to feel that again. So I made sure I didn't have to. And me pointing down, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I literally was like, don't get up. I don't want to feel it again. Get down. But no, I from the first hit, which is supposed to be the most powerful, like your best hit.
Right.
I was not concerned after that. I just knew it.
When I saw that hit, I'm like, oh shit, my bet is wrong. I'm like, there's nothing she can do. Like it don't seem like she practiced. It don't seem like, and not to put her down or anything, but I just knew by that point that she was in serious trouble.
The one thing I will say, to me, what I'm always questioning is the coin toss. Because I want to actually be there. I want to see that happen. And I wonder why they do it behind closed doors. I don't like that part.
You know what? You're not the only person. And if my manager was here, he has a whole explanation for it that I couldn't repeat because I forget.
Oh, okay.
But there is a reason for it.
There's a reason why they do it behind closed. They should just flip the coin right there on stage.
You don't remember? Oh, okay. There is a reason to it. There is a reason. There is a method to the madness. I don't know.
Okay.
But
I definitely got to get that answer one day.
I would like to at least stream it. live stream it so we can all sit there, because it's frustrating as the athlete to all of a sudden look on Instagram and go, oh, my career is now just. You would think when it has something to do with your career, at least us as athletes should know before the public.
Yeah,
like that's everything else does. We know our matchmaking. We know, we know all of it. Why is it suddenly here? We have to wait for social media.
Who makes the matchmaking, and how does that? Do you have to agree to pick your opponent, or is you're gonna fight this guy? It is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm gonna speak loosely on this, but I know. Power Slap, or at least my experience in Power Slap, is Frank, the CEO. I'm sure he has a team that help him with this. I think they have a boardroom, like the Power Slap boardroom, and they all do the matching, just like UFC, just like fighting.
Got it.
Now, I don't know if that's going to change upon contracts, if, per contract, you just don't have a choice. I don't know much of that, but I know personally I've been given choices. I say that lightly because there's not many females.
Right.
And I said yes to whoever they said. So, but they are respectful of, if you say you don't want to, they will at least put their effort out to try to find you someone. Instead of forcing it.
Going back, you said that you participated like in 19, 20, fights. So
not that many, but thank you.
How much did you say?
14 fights,
14?
2 slaps.
Okay,
yeah.
14.
Yeah.
So was it MMA, kickboxing?
No. So 13 of them were Muay Thai, because I lived in Thailand before this. And I had 1 in karate combat, which unfortunately I tore my ACL, so that didn't last long.
How long you live in Thailand?
7 years.
7? Damn. What's the big difference between Thailand and the USA?
Where do I start? The people. The people.
Did you enjoy it?
Thailand?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, you did?
Oh my God, yes. Okay. It was amazing. It was bittersweet to leave. It was bittersweet because originally I was there because I was a teacher. I was working with an NGO that rescued children from sex trafficking, and through that I've been fundraising for them for years, and I found different ways to do it. And I would say in total, and every single fight I had, I used as a platform to talk about what's going on and raising money and everything else. And I think in total in 7 years, I raised not much, like $3,000, $4,000 in like 7 years, which in Thailand, given that every Muay Thai fight I had, I earned like $40. Like there wasn't.
Wow.
It's not much. So in Thailand, that is quite a bit. But then I came here and fought in karate combat. And in one fight with karate combat, I raised over $30,000.
There you go.
So that's when I had to sit back and go, I want to be there with the kids. I want to physically be present and know what I'm doing is, And plus, I got to watch a lot of them grow up. It's amazing. Anyways, it's a whole different thing. But I realized that my value is being here. My value is that I can have more of an impact here. I can send more there. I can talk to more people here. I can have more of an impact here overall.
How'd you get into that? You're everywhere.
No, very colorful resume.
Yeah. You're everywhere. How'd you get into that?
Honestly, that was again by accident. It was completely by accident. I was walking down a party street, and beer in my hand, walking through, and there was a used bookstore. And there was a book called Sex Trafficking of Southeast Asia. I remember walking by and going, hold on. And I got this book, and I did not put it down. I mean, I did. I threw it across the room. I picked it back up. I was crying, and it was the most the biggest emotional roller coaster I ever had. But I contacted every single orphanage and NGO that was in that book, every single one. And one of them reached out to me, and they went, we would love to have your help. I went, say no more. Here we go. And I took off holiday from my work. And with that holiday, I went over to that side of the country, and I worked with kids, and I fell in love with them, fell in love with what they were doing. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
And what were you doing before? You say you took off from your work. I'm just curious what that was.
I was a children's TV show host. Yeah,
so you guys She's everywhere.
It's not Blue's Clues, but like Blue's Clues, you interact with cartoons.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That was my job for 4 years. I was famous in China.
Oh, wow.
What was the name of the show?
It was a Chinese name. I forget.
Okay.
And plus, if I told you the English name, I'd have to kill you. So we're not going to have that circulating around.
No,
But it was interesting.
Yeah, I want to watch that show. You
Hence
know,
the very big theatrical. Yeah.
God, you've done everything.
what was your record in Muay Thai?
It was 2 losses, 12 wins. 2 losses. Hold on, 13. Yeah, 11 wins. That doesn't sound right.
And did you start doing that once you got to Thailand?
Again, it was because of the NGO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was because of the NGO. I want to teach the children, how do you protect yourself when the adults in your life aren't doing that for you? If you were alone in a room, like, how do you protect yourself? And I looked back and went, I don't know how to protect myself. What's going on? And the theory that I had was I'm going to learn their national sport, Muay Thai. And what I learn in class, I'm going to come back and teach them. It didn't necessarily work out that way, but I was training Muay Thai, doing everything, and finally they're like, well, you should do some fights. Like, you're pretty good at this. And I'm like, well, we're already here again. Why not? And, I lost my first one, and then I won again. I kept winning, and then I lost I lost one in the middle, so I lost 2. And the last
decision?
one, yes, both were by decision.
Okay.
The one was frustrating. It was my very first fight. She said it was her 3rd. It was her 11th. Found that out after. That was fun. And then the other one was because, it was decision. And, in Thailand, it was very close. So side with the Thai person, which is totally cool with me. It was fun for me. Yeah. And then finally Karate Combat came up, which they're a crypto company. So through crypto, flew out to America, did that, and unfortunately tore my ACL within the first 30 seconds. And
Yeah, that's a tough injury.
Yeah.
Fully recovered?
Fully recovered.
Okay, that's
Finally.
good.
Yeah,
Were
it's
you
about a year
ever
ago.
considering go back to combat sports that's not power slap?
I would like to. I think right now my main focus is power slap, given the amazing opportunity that's in front of me. So I don't want to pass this up. But I mean, I might go back. I'd be open to it for sure.
Now, I want to talk about why is there no belt yet for the women's division?
For the women's, that's a great question. I think that's a question that a lot of people are trying to figure out themselves. But personally, I think it's just there haven't been enough matches, and there haven't been enough females to be able to put girls up against other people rather than the men. You've got choices to mix and match with girls. I mean, we watched Mikey go against Paige 2 times. I think she was going to go for the 3rd. And that's at no fault to either of them. There just wasn't enough girls.
Right.
So I think coming up, we hopefully can see a belt soon because we're seeing a lot more female talent coming up, which is super exciting. I love seeing that. And hopefully that could be the answer to everything.
Is there an opponent that you really want to go against?
Yes. I think I'm going to sound cliche, but I'd love to go up against Paige. I think Paige would be great because she is you think of power slap, you think of females, you think of Mikey and Paige. I've been honored enough to go against Mikey as my debut. And now, I'd love to have the chance to go against Paige and to show the world that I am deserving of being here. And, it wasn't just luck or anything else like that. Like, I'd like to take it to the next level.
So right now, they don't even have a weight class for you guys, right?
No.
Yeah.
They do? They do have weight classes? They just don't
They
have
have
belts.
2 weight classes, no? For women,
3.
3?
115, 125, 135, 145. 145. I don't
Okay.
think they have a 115.
And
Okay.
it was flyweight,
125.
125.
Yes. Yeah.
So take us through cutting weight. And I want to know everything,
She doesn't have to cut weight.
No?
Oh my God.
You do?
You didn't hear about that?
No, I have no idea.
Oh my God. No, this was the worst weight cut I've ever gone through. Ever.
What do you usually walk around at?
Well, now I've balanced myself out.
Right.
But usually before this, in
Okay.
America at least, I was 145-ish walking around.
Okay,
But that was off an ACL injury. I wasn't working out. I was just kind of getting back into it.
That had to be tough.
Yeah, I've kept the weight off so we don't have to do it again. But Mikey was tough because they gave me a 3-week notice. And with the 3-week notice, I had to lose 21 or 23 pounds or something. It was miserable. It was egg whites, green beans, Shrimp and chicken. No seasoning, no oil, no salt, just tears. That was it.
Just tears?
That was that was the seasoning. It sucked. But we made it. And then Haley's was a lot healthier.
So the day of that weight cut, did you have to go to the sauna? Do you have, or by the day you were already at the weight and you didn't have to worry?
No, I had to cut like 10 pounds still.
You had to cut 10 pounds in 24 hours?
Yeah, I passed out like 6, for Mikey's at least, but I passed out around 6 times. 6? Yeah. I passed out around 6 times. I had, not bad burns, but I had burns on me from sitting in the bath. That was too hot. And then the sauna, and then doing the swiping and everything. We were spitting out spit, like we were at everything we could do. It was, we've seen better days.
So once you make weight, then after that you can eat?
Yeah. Oh, cinnamon buns. I was like, I want them at the house before I get there. We ordered all of them, and then my dumb ass made myself sick, and the brain worked faster than the stomach on that.
That would be me too. I would be like, this shit is over.
Oh, it was rough, but totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the method that you hated the most for cutting weight that you guys did? Because it sounds like you guys tried a lot of different things.
Yeah, the method I hated the most, I think it was probably pad work with everything on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'd have my snowboarding stuff, I'd have the sweatsuit, I'd have the oil that you have to put on that makes you sweat more, like layers. I look like the Michelin Man trying to do pads. Like, I'm surprised I could even hit them. But trying to push out the energy that you already don't have while sweating, while trying not to faint. At least when I was in the bathtub, I couldn't fall. That was just the worst.
And then I'm always interested, once you made the weight, you got a chance to eat, you got probably 24 hours before the fight,
yeah,
right?
Something like that.
So how much weight did you put back on prior to that?
For that one?
Yeah.
I think I jumped back up to like 138.
Oh, shoot, that fast?
Well, most of it was dehydration.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of it was just water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the point where I was spitting out my spit, so I only imagine the water just...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I saw the interview with Ilya Topura talking to Joe Rogan about cutting weight.
Yeah.
And that there's a method to rehydration, that you cannot just drink. Did you know that?
Yeah. Right after, I was only allowed to have a little bit of chicken bone broth because it's got like the sodium and everything else. And then I had to wait a certain amount of time, and then it was like coconut water, wait a little bit of time, a little bit of a banana. And then once I passed all that time, that's when I made myself sick with cinnamon buns.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll listen to you, and then I'll mess it all up.
So you also won Rookie of the Year?
I did. Yeah.
That had to feel good.
That was amazing. I mean, I don't know who was involved in it, but thank you guys. That was crazy. It was a lot of fun. I thought it was maybe like Stunt Marshall who was going to win. But it means so much more to me than just winning Rookie of the Year. It means, for me, it's like this is a very male-dominant sport right now.
Right.
In other martial arts, women are starting to come up, and it's great. But Power Slap, we barely have enough to be able to have a division. Mm-hmm. So being able to now be the female who can win awards, I think it's amazing. I'm grateful it's me, regardless if it was someone else, but I'm grateful it's me. And I think it speaks a lot to women who want to get into this. I think if I were sitting back, and I try to put myself in other people's shoes, if I were sitting back looking at Power Slap, looking at the listing, and then seeing that no female could win, I would probably go, well, which ones can we win? Because to be fair, there's only so much we can do. So the fact that I was able to show newcomers possibly and go, okay, we can win, we can do stuff, we can make just as much noise as the men, I think, and I hope encourages more girls to sign up and to be a part of this.
So your latest knockout has millions of views. And Power Slap fans tend to be a little nutty. Have you had any weird requests from Power Slap fans when they see you?
I don't think it has anything to do with power slap. I think it just has to do with being a girl. We get with weird stuff.
Okay, let's if you had to buffer, because we've talked to a couple power slappers that say, people come in the street and ask them like, hey,
to slap them
to.
Well, I don't have anything. First off, my manager, first thing he did, he went, congratulations, never hit somebody in public. I don't care if they ask you to sign something.
Okay.
I'm like, great, cool to know, because I would have. But I don't have to worry about anyone recognizing me because no one recognizes me, ever. I mean,
ever?
Not once.
It's going to happen.
I guess the red in my hair did something. Because everybody talks about, certain people. And as soon as I say, oh, do you know the girl who had red streaks who knocked the girl out? Yeah, that was me. Every single, what? No, really? Oh, you don't look the same at all. And I'm like, oh, works for me. It's like Hannah Montana over here. I get to live the best life and relax. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So for your next match, are you going to dye your hair or are you going to go on like brunette natural?
I don't know. We've been thinking of doing some fun, crazy stuff because... why not? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
To me, what's crazy is I was ready for Power Slap January.
Yeah, me too.
I was excited.
Oh,
we were, yeah.
Because,
what a way to kick off the year.
Yeah. And then you got the Paramount card, late January. So I'm like, they go hand in hand. I guess they're busy with the Paramount, but it's coming back March.
Yeah, March will be the first card. And then I think they're talking one like April and then another one May. I think I just saw something about Dana talking with 14 or 12 or 14 Power Slap events this year.
I saw 12.
12. Okay, 12. But the first one I believe is March.
Will you be competing in that one?
Yeah, that's what we want to know. You're not competing?
I won't be competing in that one. I don't know when yet. We're going to sit back, but I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. I'll be supporting everyone and hopefully seeing some of my friends up there. But that won't be the card for me. We'll be waiting.
Okay. Now, I noticed that sometimes when you're not competing, some of the other people actually, they volunteer for coaches. How does that work, that whole thing?
I don't know.
Because I see it in the men's division a lot. Because we interview some of the current champions, and I've seen them actually, part of the crew for another team.
I've asked about that. I think it's invitation, and us girls just haven't got the invitation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's only 2 coaches.
I've had 2 coaches myself, and then I've had
4.
Ryan, I've had Isaiah, and then I know that Robert is one, sorry. I think there's a few, like 1 or 2 other ones, but there's minimum 3.
So I have a crazy stat. You're the first flyweight in history to get a knockout.
Wow. Look at that.
No, once I saw
Didn't we all expect it?
Once I saw your training, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Because you have the torque. That's right. Like when you do the heavyweight and against the wall. And then the other thing that I did not know about Power Slap is there's a method to taking a slap. And then you tuck your chin.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can train for that. That one is just like, gotta hope. I'm trying to figure this out too. Yeah, I train really, really hard for it. And I've said this in different interviews and stuff, but I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm signing up for dressing Barbies on a freaking runaway. Whatever it is I'm signing up for, I'm going to put 110% in. Otherwise, why sign up for it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people we've seen get up there and they don't have that same mentality. I would like to believe that all of my hard work and everything, a lot of people look at me and say the slap was just luck, or the knockout was just luck. It wasn't. I worked my ass off every single day, 5-6 days a week. So for that, it kind of felt like a love letter to my coaches, to the people who supported me and who helped me through everything. It wasn't necessarily, the KO didn't feel like I deserved it and it was for me. It kind of felt like, this is what you guys have done to help me get here. You guys allowed me to be able to do this. So it was really cool.
So we kind of got into the sport. I think the first live event we went to is Power Slap 13 in Vegas.
That was mine.
That was yours.
With Mikey.
Mikey, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least, I don't know about you. I'm just talking for myself.
Okay.
I didn't quite understand. Like, because number one, the sport is relatively new, but it feels like it's been there forever in my mind because
it's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought, you just show up and slap motherfuckers. You know, I didn't think there was training behind it. Then,
to be fair, a lot of the athletes think exactly that.
I would have never thought that.
Well, that's why I said I'm talking for myself.
Yeah, good. You're definitely talking for yourself.
Then we traveled to New Orleans. You know, and I'm like, okay, it's not so much preparation. It's like, who's the bigger specimen, sort of. Mm-hmm. By your competition, and I think that it dawned on me watching you win, that I'm like, okay, there's some people who are taking this sport seriously, and some people who aren't, and it became very clear. No offense to anybody who might feel offended.
There's definitely a skill in the swing to slap somebody.
Yeah,
there is definitely something going on there, for sure. Now, being able to deal with the slap itself. You know, we got other people saying that you got to do neck exercises.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did neck exercises. I mean, it's all like strengthen your jaw, you strengthen your neck both sides. I would have a coach like push my head and try to, the most you can possibly do. I mean, also Thailand, the Thais are really big in clinching. So you got to and I played rugby for 14 years. So I've got that background where it's just the natural muscles help, I guess. I don't know.
Ellie, what haven't you done?
Probably a lot of things.
Doesn't sound like it.
Anything you need to be book smart for.
It doesn't sound like it. But also, it looks like you do community work as far as donating shoes, and you did that with Dana White.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was really, really cool. So my shoes that I wore for Power Slap 15, I got them custom made. They were sponsored by VeChain. So they're chipped with VeChain technology, where honestly you just scan them and you get all of the stats. You get the information on the fight, where it was on my slap on, and it all comes up. That's cool. It also shows, I don't know if people are familiar with NFTs, but it pretty much shows that it's 101. This is not a knockoff, all of that. So the technology behind it was really, really cool. And I knew that I wanted to do this and donate. Again, every single time I step on stage, and I've sworn this to myself, every single time I get on stage, it is for a reason. I'm not going to get up there and just get hit because I want money. I'm getting up there because I want to show, yes, I'm putting myself out there, but it's for a much bigger reason. Just like in Thailand, it was because I want to talk about sex trafficking happening in Asia. So this time I decided, let's see what happens if we choose an American one. And I did some research, St. Jude's, and I got off stage afterwards, and it was funny actually because Haley, the one you mentioned, she looks mean. The camera, she's lovely. I mean, guys, she's mean. She stood there. She's like, "Your shoes." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Here, modeled them off a little bit, but got off stage, and I was so fortunate to see Dana afterwards, because he wanted to know who's this small human who doesn't look like she can knock people out.
Right.
And I spoke with him, and he said, "What's your story?" And I explained to him, came from Asia, did this, whatever, and we're here. And I said, would you mind just signing my shoes so I can auction them off for St. Jude's? And he goes, I love St. Jude's. Why don't we do something better? And so met him in his office later on, later that week. And he signed the shoes. We did the commercial, which I think lots of people saw. That was broadcasted live in the arena, on commercials. It was on social media. I thought I was going to raise like $1,000, $2,000, maybe. He was so generous of his time and his what's the word I'm looking for?
Status.
I was going to say all of the people who work with him, everything he has around him. He was so generous to do this, and we gave away free tickets for a UFC event, meet and greet with him after. Literally, he's like, stand there and talk about the shoes. And then it was his turn to talk. And he's saying all of these amazing things, like, we'll fly you out in this. And I'm trying to go, okay. I had no idea any of that was going to happen. My face was like, I want these shoes. Like, that's awesome. But we raised over $115,000 directly to St. Jude's, far beyond anything I ever could have imagined, all thanks to Dana and his team and everyone who supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That was our
but he
impression.
seems great.
That was our impression of him.
I've heard few stories, but every story is always like he's very generous. He's always, and he's great to his employees. Like he's great. He makes all of us feel very seen and appreciated. And yeah, it's been a wild, interesting 6 months.
That's cool.
So, talking about other viral stuff you've done, you did a couple skits with Nina Drama and Merab. How is it working with Nina? She seems so fun.
Oh, she's great. Working with Nina has been crazy. Obviously from the stance of I've seen her back from like Vine days. So this is kind of cool to be like, oh shit. The other side of it's like I'm learning so much. I am learning so much about production and acting and comedy and how to tie all of these different things together. Because when you think like fighting, and then you think comedy, and then you think VJ, like she does it seamlessly. Her and Janelle and her team and everyone around her, they work so well together. They communicate, and then I mean, even just her and her team alone as people, outside of how skilled they are, the most genuine, kind, grounded people to everyone that they step in front of.
What's something that somebody that watches her content, but that they might not know about her?
She's smart. She's really smart. I don't know. I think like doing content with her, it's a lot of like act like a girl, act ditzy, do the. She's not that at all. She's not. She is a genius. Her and her husband, they're geniuses. And the front, just like Haley, her front is like being aggressive, being mean. Haley, an amazing person. Same thing with Nina. She has this front of like be ditzy because that's kind of like that's the funny side of it.
Right.
She's not.
Yeah.
Now, how did your family feel about you joining Power Slap?
Yeah.
They're unfazed. I mean, look
she was boxing in Thailand.
Yeah, I was doing Muay Thai in Thailand. I was playing rugby professionally, and I was doing TV show. My parents for years have said I don't know what she does for work because it's constant like just weird things you can't grasp. So this was fitting. This was very fitting. I mean,
did they come to your match?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
My mom came to the one with Haley.
Okay.
Yeah, I expected it to be more stressful. Maybe because of the outcome, it wasn't. But no, it was good. She was excited. I mean, they've both visited me in Thailand before, and I mean, both of them watched me knock someone out individually. So my dad came one time and my mom came one time, and I knocked both of the girls out. So this time here, I think she had an expectation, which I'm so grateful that I lived up to. But yeah, they're not surprised. They know I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty durable. I grew up with a big brother. Threw me around, like very rough and tough. So, I mean, my brother's a big, burly truck driver. What's no offense, but like, what's someone my size gonna do to me?
Right.
So, you know what's funny? Because in the last Power Slap in Las Vegas, I saw a family, but unfortunately for them, the person that they came to see lost, and like seeing their faces.
Yeah.
Someone has to win.
Listen, it's tough. The next one, I'm hoping I can fly my brother out to see.
Oh, that would be cool.
He hasn't seen me in Thailand, so he's never seen any of my fights. He usually watches them on the TV. But I'm super excited to bring him out and to feel the Power Slap environment, to feel like everything else, because it's, you guys know, you can't explain it.
You surely
can. The vibes
can.
are just different.
Yeah.
So I want to bring him out for that.
The other thing I noticed is like the community within the Power Slappers. Like there's a lot of rivalries and there's cliques.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It seems like everybody's, to be honest, very cordial with each other.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think when they get on there, they're performers, you know, they kind of add to the excitement of, to the fight itself. But ultimately, behind closed doors, when we've seen everyone's really nice.
I mean, I think it's like it's two-way street. For one, you've got to have the entertainment side and you got to be like a little bit aggressive. The other side is we all face the same thing. Power Slap isn't a sport. Why would you want to get hit in the face? we're all living that same thing where it's like only we understand why we get on stage, what really goes into it, everything behind it. So it's like we also have built a little community in ourselves because of that.
Did your social media go crazy after you knocked her out? It didn't? Wow.
Honestly, I did the video with Dana. I did the knockout. I've done videos with Nina, with Merab, with Kamaru Usman.
It didn't go crazy?
We're just chilling.
How's Merab? Is he exactly like what we see?
Yeah, Merab's fun. He's a little weapon. He's the
He really likes the jacuzzi.
He loves the jacuzzi. He was diving in that thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill the champion. What is happening here?
I saw him dive head first into the jacuzzi.
I shit myself. I was like, we are about to get his death for content purposes on camera. What are we doing? And he did it like 3 times. Finally, we're like, will you stop? We're gonna kill the rest of us just watching you.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about VeChain and the sponsor? What's VeChain?
What is VeChain? So VeChain is a sustainability product. They're a crypto company that focuses right now on sustainability. They've got their token VBetter, and they've got an app called VWorld. Now on VWorld, they have a bunch of sustainability things where you can go and earn crypto just for throwing out trash, for recycling, for, just pretty much anything, for charging your Tesla. Again, we drove here from Vegas. We came here, and I think after earning all of our points back and everything, I think we paid like $8.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, just from driving and using the app. It's really cool. There's so many ways that you can be sustainable and you can now earn from it. So what I personally, and also they helped me lose, they've got an app called BYB, which is an exercising app, and that was kind of what I focused on in my first training with Mikey, trying to lose all the weight. But yeah, it's a really, really cool product. They do so much more than sustainability. I mean, they partner with they partnered with Lululemon. They've partnered with who's like medical facilities and trying to get, I don't know. There are so many aspects that they do, but for the purpose of Power Slap, they're the leading sponsor of Power Slap and UFC, the leading layer 1 blockchain, and they focus a lot more on the sustainability side of things.
Right. So I noticed, and I think it's VeChain, there is a crypto bonus of $10,000, right?
That's crypto.com.
Oh, that's crypto.com. Yeah. That's not, VeChain is not a part of that.
No.
Okay.
No. So VeChain is more of a layer 1 blockchain on which there are products on there, rather than crypto.com is more of like an exchange where you do different things.
So that's where I was kind of going. Yeah. Did you get your $10,000 bonus?
I did get my $10,000 bonus.
That had to feel good.
Yeah, and I'm a crypto.com ambassador, so that was also cool. So I was like, thank you guys. I appreciate that. This is the small world.
Just keep winning.
What's your favorite memory since joining Power Slap?
God, what a question. Do you have one that pops in your head? Oh, yeah, I cried. I did.
You cried when you got the 10K?
Oh, yeah, I was a bitch. I was totally a bitch. Because for me, it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was surreal because I was so distracted. I knocked her out. I love Haley. She is a great person. We're good friends. So I watched her. It's actually funny because I think the camera's cut off on me, but I knocked her down and I was doing this and I looked at her and went, "You good though?" Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll continue celebrating. But there was just so much noise and chaos and everything. And then finally someone came up to me afterwards and went, "You won the 10K."
All day.
And then it wasn't even the fact that I won money. It was just the fact that I won. I made enough noise and I could tell that this could be a pivotal moment for the sport and that I got to be the person who gets to do that.
That's
so
cool.
That was the exciting part for me. $10,000 is just better. Like, that was cool. Thanks.
Where do you see the sport going in the next few years?
So I personally, and I mean, people might disagree with me with this, but I personally think that Power Slap could follow behind UFC in the way of when UFC started 10, 15 years ago, not started, but like when it was just starting off, the feedback was the same. It's barbaric. Why would you hit people?
Right.
It was the same feedback of, the brain damage and injuries. And okay, but now look at it. They're having fights multiple times a month. Like, it's huge. And what's to say that people can't come around to power slap? I get that it's different. You can't defend yourself and there's, technique but who's to say that it can't follow behind? Look at the push that's behind it already. So, I don't know.
So the big deal that he got with Paramount, were you guys somewhat included in part of that deal? The UFC? Oh, no, not at all. Okay.
Well, like Power Slap?
Well, was Power Slap included in that deal with Paramount? It was Paramount, right?
Yeah,
they got
Paramount.
$7.7 billion or something like that.
I think he just has the deal with Power Slap and YouTube. I don't think it's Paramount, sorry. But I could be completely wrong.
So it was just for the UFC.
From what I've heard, it's only UFC.
I think so, yeah.
I thought you guys were going to start coming on TV.
Shit, same.
I was like, oh, it's on now.
It's just a matter of time if you really think about it. Like, UFC started, early 2000s? Maybe 1990.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. I'm saying 10, 15 years ago. Like, that's early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's not. Wild.
Yeah. From
I can't believe 2000s, like 26 years ago.
and then the sport really is what 4 or 5 years?
Power Slap?
Yeah. Because
I
think it's
that, I think it's less.
it's 3.
it's less.
Yeah, I think
it's
Mikey's
3.
been doing it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Because we're the next one is gonna be 18, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to 16?
I think some of those fights were overseas, right?
No, 16 was overseas. What happened to 17?
Overseas too. They were back to back.
Yeah, there were two.
Oh,
There were
you're
two
right, you're
overseas.
right.
Yeah.
and they were like back to back.
Okay. 18.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be cool to sit here in like 10 years or something and just like people are, who am I thinking? Anyways, it would be cool to sit back and watch Power Slap like 322 and be like, I was number 13. What's up? OG. You guys don't know me. I'm around, but self-pride.
Lastly, what do you think about the rules?
The rules?
The rules. Stepping, flinching.
It seems to be, for me, a little inconsistent. Because I'm watching it and I'm like, they definitely like I'm just watching it. It doesn't seem to be the same thing every single time. Yeah. And I know they have a difficult challenge to not interfere with the sport so much because it becomes boring.
Yep.
And then people start losing because of technicalities. And they don't really want that. They want the slap to actually go through. And I get it, but I think it's...
How does it feel since winning because of a technicality?
I didn't win because of a technicality. Oh, with Mikey?
Yeah.
Oh, well...
No, not technicality. My bad. I said it wrong.
I was like, technicality, I had a black eye.
Yeah, exactly. So you felt like, this is right. She should lose.
Well, I mean, the first one, I didn't even know the first one was disqualification, to be fair. The second one is when she hit me in the eye, and I was like, well, that should be one, because her pinky got in my eyeball.
Damn.
And I was like, well, I'm glad we can call that. Like, I'm glad that you guys are cool to not let that one ride. But there's other frustrating ones, and as an athlete in it is frustrating because you train for one thing, and then they let things slide, or you train for one thing, and then you can't do that thing, and it's always changing. And I mean... Like, even with Haley, if you rewatch hers, and even the commentators mentioned it, so it was seen, her foot came off completely, and her head rolled with it. So, I mean, nobody called it out. Her foot completely came off the ground when she hit me. And even commentators were like, oh, well, you should watch out for that. But yet, nothing was called.
Maybe you can explain that rule to us.
Part, the foot?
The foot coming off the ground.
I wish I could, but it might change next time. I don't know. So I mean, I train in the extreme sense of like your feet are not supposed, when I signed up at least, your feet are not supposed to come up. Like they can come up a little bit on the heel, but you can't go up like this. Now they're saying it can come up a little bit, but now how much is a little bit? I don't know. But when you watch my last slap with Haley, both feet are planted because I'm like, we ain't playing with this game. I'm gonna win fair and square. We are not playing around. So, but I'm watching some of these new people who are signing up for Power Slap now, and they're training with the even before they said your heel can come up, but you can't twist, and people are coming up and they are twisting,
right.
and I'm going, are there rule changes that we haven't been made aware of yet?
That torque makes a difference.
Shit, if I can knock someone out with my feet on the ground,
Right.
I mean, let's go. This is great news for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. And then the whole what point do you have to have your chin out? That's the least of my concerns at this point. But
Right.
yeah, I think. But that's just comes with new sports. New sports, lots of rule changes until they figure out what fits and what doesn't.
Well, I'm gonna put you in some hot water. You don't have to answer this.
Bring it on.
But in Vegas, it was a trilogy: Isaiah versus Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are saying that the knockout was clubbing, and that he flinched. Other people are saying that they're crying. Which side are you on?
I'm gonna say I have not rewatched this thing enough to have an opinion. I don't know.
There you go.
There you go.
To be brutally honest, I have no idea.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for having me. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Anything else that
You want to share?
No, I mean, thank you guys for joining in and letting me be a part of all of this and for all of the endless support that we've had.